In today's video, I thought I'd try something a little different. As I said before, I am going to try to have a no-spend November, so I'm just going to show you some of the things here and there I eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner around the house, so come join me. This cinnamon sugar bread from Trader Joe's is amazing. I kind of wish it was pre-sliced, but that's okay. It's so delicious. And I just put a little bit of this pumpkin pie spread, which tastes just like you're smearing a piece of pumpkin pie on your bread. It is such a delicious breakfast. For lunch on this first day of documenting what I eat, Corey likes to make salads for his lunch, and he always makes me one. And I love this sesame dressing from the Asian market. It is quite wonderful. So for dinner on this first night, we had leftover Kahlua pork. If you want to see that video, please see my previous one. But we just made pork tacos, and they were insanely good. Okay, so on breakfast for this day, I had these pumpkin bagels from Trader Joe's. I was going to try to make a pumpkin cream cheese sandwich, but I decided to eat them separately. So on one half I did the pumpkin spice cream cheese, and then on the other side I did the pumpkin butter, and I just ate them separately. It was really good. I would really consider this a good fall breakfast. The jelly kept falling down in that hole. I was struggling a bit. For lunch today, I decided to make myself some rice cake soup, and I had a couple of opened Augustin Farms vegetables. I have some peanut butter. These are very similar to gnocchi, but they are rice cakes. And then I've got the seasoning here that's Asian inspired. It's got seaweed and sesame seeds, things like that. And then I've got my Better Than Bouillon adobo seasoning to give it kind of a pepper kick. And then of course I've got my trusty garlic powder and my chopped onions, and this sauce, I can't really pronounce the name of it, but it is primarily what's used for the base in the rice cake soup. And so let's get started. Once you add all the ingredients, you pour in hot water and let it steep for a few minutes. I made a kimchi pancake to go with it. Tonight for dinner, I am making borracho beans in the slow cooker. We're going to start with a pound of pinto beans. I'm going to put about 3 pieces of bacon. I'm going to do some diced tomatoes, some Modelo beer, a can. I'm going to do some of our freeze-dried Hatch green chilies, some garlic, an onion, and then we're going to season it to taste with some Julio's, Mexican oregano, sofrito Better Than Bouillon, and then the adobo Better Than Bouillon. Once you add all the seasonings of your choice, you are going to want to add 6 cups of water to go with that Mexican beer. These borracho beans were fantastic. They were so flavorful. I love them. For breakfast on this morning, I made loaded grits, and the grits already had cheese in them. And as you can see, the expiration date is November of 2022, and they were still fine. I just wanted to let you know, because when you see these lumps in them, those are the cheese, and they just break up. And you're going to make this just like you would a baked potato that's loaded. You're going to put a little bit of sour cream. You're going to break up some cheese, put some bacon bits, and some green onion and butter. So I usually make these as a meal prep for the week, and then sometimes we'll freeze dry it because my family, we have these daily. But today I was just kind of being lazy and just making one instant serving. I used bacon bits because I was going to share this with Olivia, who's a vegetarian. If I've got time and making this on the weekend, I will roast the corn kernels before I use them, but I'm just trying to make it quick here, so I'm just throwing a little bit of everything in here. The corn just kind of gives it some added depth, a little added texture. So I'm putting a little bit of seasoning. I love garlic powder and onion. I do a little salt and pepper and cumin in here, and then I just add hot water, let it seep for a few minutes because they are instant and they are quite wonderful. I like my grits kind of thin, so I watered it down a little bit more, but you can add more or less water according to your preference. I did not show my lunch on this date, but what we did was just made refried beans out of the leftover pinto beans and turned them into burritos and nachos. But here you see us basically just refrying them. Y'all, this coffee from Costco is amazing. Cafe de Ola. I'm sure I am butchering the name. It's got brown sugar and cinnamon in it, and it is so delicious. We can't get enough of it. I think we're on our third bag of this stuff. It is so good. Okay, y'all need to hear me out on what I'm about to do. I got the banana bread that they sell in the refrigerated section, kind of by the croissants, the cinnamon rolls, things like that. And I'm going to elevate it a little bit. I'm going to kick up a notch and do my Elvis inspired frosting that consists of peanut butter, bacon, and smoked maple syrup. Stick around and let's see how this turns out. We're going to taste test what I call the Elvis banana bread because it's got bacon. I put some smoked maple syrup. Well, y'all saw me make it, so here we go. Let's get a taste test going on. Oh, you didn't get any bacon here. The bacon kind of fell off. It's probably too sweet for his liking.
It's pretty sweet. Good, bread is good though.
Ari cheated and tasted some of the icing, and it's insane. It's so good, but it is super duper sweet. He doesn't like a lot of sweets. I love it. So, okay, I've got myself some bacon and some banana bread. All I gotta say is, oh walla walla.
What?
Oh walla walla walla. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Wait, is this Billy Idol or is this Elvis? This is Billy Idol. Elvis is, well, I'm not focusing on my hips, which is probably a good thing. This is so good. We got the bread in the refrigerated section by where they sell biscuits and croissants. It tastes like a homemade bread. This is really, really good. 2 thumbs up for my Elvis bread.